Hey. Okay. Talking through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and her no chance. You go.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Rosen. Now he'll escape to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 39! Green 39! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for him, don't you think? Right, you go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd. It might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gotta go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He goes underneath for Yeldon. goes for 24 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Gotta go.
They run it with Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Gotta go.
Here's Carson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete here. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Rosen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. He's got his man sharp, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now it's Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, it's Carson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
On second down, here's Yeldon. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. This is Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Check 4. No. Check, Patriot.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them over again and grind it out.
Steps away to his left. Hassan Reddick coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wilson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Oh, they'll try and sneak this. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Well, they gave it a shot. Quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
So we've reached half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
No, check, Patriot!
He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 12. Zebra. Switch. Hey.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Come on, let's go. Slot. Hey, alert. Hey. Tempo.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
14, got it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Zebra. 5-2 is the night. Like 5-2. Tempo. Hey, pick your game up.
Now Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Robert Kimdichie breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long. It's Wilson dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now, Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. John Simon getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Right, 380. Gotta go.
They run again with Carson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Wilson rolling to his left. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Gotta go.
And they'll go on the ground. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And they'll run it here. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Right, move 15. Keep 15. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They go to Johnson again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. John Simon in on the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set! 319! 319!
Again, it's Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
No. Check. Patriot!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Josh Rosen with time running out, and the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now Rosen will lead them up here to go for 2. And this time Rosen will throw. And this one's incomplete. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Gotta go. Where's 52? Shotgun.
One last shot for Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They'll try and run it here. And I'm not sure why they even risk going for the 2, but thank goodness for them, no turnover, and the ball game over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Seahawks, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.